To those of you who don't know me, my name is Owen. I'm William's brother, and obviously I'll be the one officiating today. For those of you who couldn't make it here today but are watching online, we're so thankful that you could be a part of this occasion. To Alfonsina's friends and family in Argentina, welcome. To our family in Columbus, Ohio, thank you for tuning in, and we're so excited to see you in a couple of weeks for our grandfather's 100th birthday celebration. I would just like to say a few quick words before we begin the official ceremony. I found that it's very rare to meet someone that you can talk to about literally anything. And by anything, I mean absolutely anything. And yeah, everyone has someone that they can talk to about basically anything. But there's usually always at least one topic that you'd be better off avoiding with pretty much everyone that you're close to. Whether it be carefully omitting certain unfortunate choices you've made to your parents, or not telling your husband or wife how expensive that new cool thing that you just bought really was, or not discussing Middle Eastern geopolitics with your otherwise friendly uncle at Thanksgiving dinner. No matter who it is, there is always something that you know you'd probably be better off hiding from them. But not with William. William is the most easygoing and casually funny guy that I know, other than myself, of course. He's smart but not pretentious. He's funny but not obnoxious. He's nice, but he's got an edge to him. He's just a really great guy, and I love the heck out of him. William, you're my brother by blood, but you're my best friend by choice. And I'm so happy and honored, and frankly a little surprised that Alphon and you have trusted me with such a serious and sacred responsibility today. But I will do my best to make this a special day for both of you. Alphon, although I have not known you for very long comparatively, I see the qualities that I love in William in you as well. You're opinionated but lighthearted. You know how to take a joke in stride, but you know how to take a joke in stride and deliver a pretty witty one-liner in return. But most importantly, you've won the trust of a man that I would trust with anything. Not to mention you have an excellent taste in friends. I know I speak for my parents and the rest of our relatives when I say, welcome to the family. We might not be the most active or interesting people you've ever met, but you won't find a family that's closer than we are.
What? That's not fair.
And to everyone else here tonight, I would like the record to reflect that I easily could have turned this ceremony into my debut stand-up comedy act, but I respect William and Alfonsina too much to make light of this very significant and meaningful day. Also, my mother would have never forgiven me. So with that, let's do this. Are you ready to proclaim your love for one another in the sight of the heavens and these witnesses?
I do.
No. Yeah. Let's join hands. Alfonsina, do you take William to be your lawfully wedded husband, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to have and to hold from this day forward until death do you part?
Yes, I do.
William, do you take Alfonsina to be your lawfully wedded wife, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to have and to hold from this day forward until death do you part?
I do.
Then at this time, William and Alfonsina will now exchange vows and rings to one another. The wedding ring is a symbol of binding, a symbol of attachment and of belonging, not of possession, but of partnership. William, could you start us off? Vows.
Alfonsina, ever since our first date, I knew you were special. I mean, it's not often you meet an Argentinian woman who loves the American Constitution as much as you do. But it was more than just that. The sheer passion with which you spoke about every topic was unmistakable. Your laugh and sense of humor was contagious, and the way you carried yourself on that day made a lasting impression. I knew I had to see you again. So we went out 2 more times within that week-long span. It was amazing to discover Madison with you, as we were both new to the city. I was discovering this beautiful new place with you, and little did I know I was discovering everything about my future wife. I can still see us at the fireworks on July 4th, when I nervously put my arm around your shoulders while you looked up at the fireworks. That moment will stay with me for the rest of my life. There are so many good times we've had together. From our weekend trips to Milwaukee and getting the trip for free after our hotel flooded, to your birthday in Chicago, where we went in literally the worst snowstorm of the winter. But when we got there, it felt like we had Chicago all to ourselves. Some of my fondest memories are our trips to Florida, where I met your mom and Audrey for the first time in Naples, and in Amelia Island, where I got to show you such a big part of my childhood, and where I asked you to be my wife. I love living this life with you and going on these adventures, no matter how big or small, and I can't wait for the plethora of adventures that we will take together in this life. From the start of this relationship, we built it on trust and respect, which has brought us a life filled with laughter and love, and I hope to build upon these foundations with these promises. I promise to love you for who you are and not who I think you'll become. Always know that I fell in love with who you are, and you never have to be anything other than yourself. I promise to always be someone you can tell anything to. No matter how happy or sad, I want to know every chapter of your life. To jump for joy at your victories and be a shoulder to cry on in defeat. I promise to always bring laughter into our lives, even during the hardest times. I promise to never betray your trust and to continue to build upon the foundation of our relationship. I promise to prioritize our relationship. Even in the most chaotic times in our lives, I want you to always feel like a priority. As we start our life together, there are many things I can't promise. I can't promise what our future will look like, what jobs we will work, or what houses we will live in. But I can promise I will work to make the best for what we want, whatever that ends up being. I can't promise it will always be happy, but I can promise I will hold you until we can cry no more. I can't promise that we won't fight, but I can promise I will never stop fighting for us. Finalmente, te prometo ser tu mejor amigo, tu compañero de viaje, tu cocinero personal, tu cómico y tu marido amoroso de este día hasta mis últimos días. No, not yet.
I still can't believe we're here, and I'm shocked of how amazing our entire relationship has been. From the beginning, it was very easy to just flow together. I always thought that as we spend more time together and enter different phases of our relationship, we would have to face difficult times, but that has never happened so far. You've always been so compassionate, kind, wise, patient, I don't know what to say, and showing how to treat me, to heal me like love. I know we're here to face the long run, and at some point we will encounter challenges, but I don't care. I am all in because I love you for who you are with me, but mostly because I love you for who you are. I am amazed by you in so many ways. Just to mention a few, your creativity, curiosity, kindness, and wisdom. The best part of my days is coming back to meet you again because you make my ordinary life so wonderful. It's like my own little fairy tale. Before we lived together, I was nervous about how our dynamic would change. But since then, I've only fallen deeper in love with you, and every time I get to know you in a different, closer way, I can't help but fall more and more. I still can't believe how similar we are in so many ways, and yet how different and complementary we are to each other. We come from such different backgrounds, cultures, and upbringings that I truly think it's magical that we found each other and walked the way we do. You are in everything I love that surrounds me. You are my best friend, and I can't believe how lucky I am to be here with you right now. I don't expect perfection because we can only project what we perceive as perfection within the limits of what we know, and you're proven to be way better than anything I could have ever imagined. I vow to always